Dwarf Fortress is heralded as one of the most complicated sims in all of gaming. Here's how I start, and the first 5 things I do when I join any game. Here, I like to keep the world presets the same, although small worlds will take less time to load. As we load in, we're going to look on the far left, and you'll be able to see the generation of the world, all special events, artifacts, influential figures, the founding of religions, the founding of nations, stuff like that, seen in the left. In the right, you can see the sort of the biome of where my mouse cursor is. You can click in with the mouse wheel while holding down Control to pan around. Now, of course, we're going to choose Fortress here for the classic Dwarf Fortress experience. Now, I recommend playing the tutorial if this is your first time playing Dwarf Fortress, but I'm going to skip it for the sake of this video. Just finding a spot that's generally next to some mountains, away from anything hostile, and next to water. Now, it'll warn you if there's an aquifer nearby, or like a necromancer's tower, or a goblin encampment. Just pay attention to the warnings in the top left. Now you can customize exactly how you load in, but I normally just go with the preset. And here we are in our game. Now some controls you need to know. Mouse wheel will scroll you up and down the layers of the earth. Control and middle mouse button will drag you around so you can move around. Control and scrolling up and down will zoom in and out. Now here I'm just looking for a spot to found my fortress. An important thing to do when you first load in is to cut down some trees so you have building materials on hand in order to stop stuff like water seeping into your cave. So here I'm just cutting them down, and you can see the little axe icon, which means some dwarves are going to move to cut that down as soon as they can. Just highlighting some more trees. Now, right now, no one's doing anything because the game is paused. You can see that with the little pause icon in the upper right. Here I'm just unpausing it, and see the dwarves are all moving, their animals are moving to go cut down the trees. And you can see the logs spawn when the dwarves finish chopping down the trees. Now I'm going to start mining down, because of course these are dwarves. We're not leaf lovers over here, so we need the stone around us. It'll also provide key building materials. So I'm just using the stair tool to dig downwards by scrolling down. Here we hit an aquifer. I'll tell you how to deal with that later in a later video, but right now it's fine. We can just ignore it for now. Key thing is to set up a manager and a bookkeeper. They don't need rooms yet, but just select the dwarves with the most relevant skills. Now, another key thing is to go to kitchens and make sure the dwarves are not cooking plump helmets. That'll ruin the seeds and you'll run out of food very quickly. Instead, they'll cook the dwarven ale, the dwarven beer, and the dwarven wine to make food. They'll make the wine with the plump helmets, and then they'll cook the wine to make food. This will effectively let you generate as much food as you need without running out, because they'll replant the seeds. So here, just making sure that the dwarves aren't digging past the aquifer and flooding my little cave so far. If I want them to dig faster, I can select more miners. As long as I have pickaxes for them, I can assign as many miners to mining as I want. Here I'm making a pasture, which is important so that the animals that eat grass don't get stuck in the cave and die. just use the zoning tool, click pastures, and then click the little plus animal icon and select all the animals you think would eat grass. It's very intuitive. If you click on a dwarf, you'll be able to see all their likes, their dislikes, and all the things that they have currently on them in items. So you can see all the pieces of dwarf's clothing. You'll be able to see the groups they're in, the religions they're a part of, their skills, their familial relationships. You'll be able to see everything about a dwarf. This is part of the complexity of Dwarf Fortress, is every dwarf has a whole story. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.